Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, this is Ted Orloff.
Orloff?
Yeah, you remember Western Indemnity Company out here in Los Angeles?
Oh, of course, Ted. How are you?
Fine, just fine.
Gee, it's been a long time.
I know. Now, tell me, are you free to come out here? Come out here right away?
I don't know why not. What seems to be the trouble?
One of our clients owns a small bottling plant.
Yeah?
Name is Garrison. Barney Garrison.
Go ahead.
Called me and told me that somebody's pulled an embezzlement on him, taking nearly $170,000 from his till.
Uh-oh.
170 grand, yeah. Well, can you make it? Can you come out here?
I'll pick up a plane schedule and call you back, okay?
Fine.
Okay.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator,
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Western Indemnity Company, Home Office, Los Angeles, California. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Shadow of a Doubt matter. Expense account item 1, $350 for the call back to Ted Orloff to tell him the best deal I could make was a flight out of Hartford at 7:20 the following morning. Item 2, $185.70 for the plane ticket. When I got to L.A. a few minutes after noon Pacific time, Ted was waiting for me. I piled my luggage into the back of his car and we took off.
Now, Mr. Bernard Livermore Garrison, Barney Garrison.
Owned some kind of a bottling plant.
That's right, soft drinks. You know, root beer, sarsaparilla, lime, orange, the works. And just now, today, as a matter of fact...
Watch it!
Okay, it's okay. But why didn't she signal that turn? Crazy Southern California drive.
We were going pretty fast, Ted.
Been out here 7 years now. 7 years, Johnny, but I can't get used to it. These natives all drive around like an accident, just going somewhere to happen.
Yes, they do.
But like I started to say...
Yeah, Ted.
Somehow, somewhere, Barney Garrison raised himself a lot of money. And he set up this plant.
Who is Ralph Betterly?
He's vice president, and yikes. Crazy California. What's the matter with that guy?
Hey, Ted, seriously, hadn't you better slow down a little?
Now, stop worrying, Johnny.
About Ralph Betterly.
Vice president and business manager, I guess you'd call him, handles the bookkeeping department, that kind of stuff. It's almost a sort of partnership, Johnny. Kind of a partnership. So why those two would ever get together, I'll never know.
Why do you say that?
Well, about as opposite as any two people could ever be. Ralph is a quiet, little, ingrown old man. He isn't really old, probably not more than 2 or 3 years older than Barney. But he looks and acts it. Quiet, meek, responsible citizen.
Mm-hmm.
He and his wife have a nice little home on Pandora Avenue in Westwood.
And Barney Garrison?
Big, well-fed, backslapping, hail fellow, well-met sort of a guy. Talks to anybody and everybody. A real salesman. He's a bachelor, has a big eye for the gals, and really lives it up. Gets along with anybody, drives an expensive car, has a showy home in Bel Air, has just bought one in Palm Springs, entertains like mad, and well, you know the type.
I think I do.
Just the opposite of Ralph Betterly, just the opposite.
Well, opposites always attract, they say.
Yeah, I guess they... Hey, what's the matter with you? You crazy or something? Didn't you see that stop sign? Jerk. You'd think he was the only one on the road.
That was a little close, Ted.
Oh, some of the crooks behind the wheel have absolutely no consideration for anyone else. As I was saying...
Yes, let's get back to the embezzlement.
Well, Barney called me yesterday, just before I called you. Said he'd been going through the books of the cash on hand. For some reason, they keep a lot of cash on hand.
Mm-hmm.
And as near as he can figure it, there's about $170,000 gone.
I see. Well, what does this Ralph Betterly think about it?
I don't know. I told him we'd call on him after we've seen Barney. So after you've talked to Barney, we'll come back here.
Come back from where?
Palm Springs. That's where Barney called me from, where he's waiting for us.
Oh, I see. Hey, watch the stoplight ahead, will you?
Huh? Oh. No, instead of driving on down there, we'll cut over to Lockheed Airport in Burbank and take a plane. Take his plane.
His plane?
That's right. His own personal private plane.
Well, isn't it just about as fast to drive down there?
Yeah, sure it is, but this is the way he wants it.
Okay. We'll do it the way Barney wants it. Once at the airport, we hopped aboard Garrison's twin-engine Beach. The pilot took off, and in almost less time than it takes to tell about it, we set down at the Palm Springs airport.
Promised to meet us here, but I don't see any sign of him. Not a sign. What time is it, Johnny?
I have exactly 20 minutes after 5?
Sure. That's Eastern time. You forgot to reset your watch.
Oh, of course.
Well, that makes it 20 after 2. Pilot called him, though, so he shouldn't... Huh? What's the matter?
Nothing. I was surprised to see those long, thin clouds up there in this desert sky.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Those are just the kind of tail end of a skywriting job.
Look there behind you. The skywriter's still at it.
Oh, yeah. P-O-P-P-O. Papo?
When he's finished, that'll spell Papola.
What? That's a fine way to decorate an otherwise clean, clear blue sky.
Don't knock it.
Why not?
That's Garrison's brand new product.
Oh.
And like I say, today's the first announcement of it. But now we're in the Sam Hill... Oh, here he is.
Oh, beat me to it. I'm sorry I have to wait. How are you, Ted boy?
Fine, Barney, just fine.
And you must be Johnny Dollar.
That's right.
How are you, Johnny? Welcome to Palm Springs.
Thanks.
Just wait till you see the new joint I have down here. Now, listen, Ted, I'm afraid you brought him down for nothing.
Why do you say that, Barney?
Well, I used the old noodle. I did some thinking about who might have embezzled the 170 G's, and the more I thought, the more sure I got about who did it.
Who?
And I'm willing to bet that if you face up to him and tell him that I'm on to him, he'll break right down and admit it.
Who, Barney?
That so-called partner of mine, Ralph Betterly.
Barney Garrison refused to talk further about the embezzlement until he'd taken us out and showed us through his new home. It was U-shaped and built around the swimming pool, and just about as modern as an expensive resort home could possibly be. It was the kind you see written up in the movie fan magazines and only half believe is true until you see it. Its penchant for entertaining on a big scale was shown by the fully equipped bars. There were 3 of them, one in the pantry, another in the den, and the third one poolside. Only one thing marred the attractiveness of that pool. A huge, gaudy, garish neon sign at one end with the words, "Now is the time to," and below it was an electric clock a couple of feet in diameter with the words, "Drink Papola" on the dial where the numbers should have been.
You get it, Johnny? Now is the time to... And when you look at the clock, well, sure, you can tell the time all right, but what you're really reading is, now is the time to drink Papola.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, sure. I want to get photographers out of here, take shots of the place for all the picture magazines. You know, publicity. So the word Papola's got to show up somewhere, and if they take a picture of me here at the pool, they can't miss it.
I see what you mean.
Well, just to make sure. Yeah, now, look here. Look at these snapshots I took this morning out here myself. Yeah, I used one of those 10-second cameras and rigged a long cable release so as I could get into the pictures, too. See here?
Yeah, I see. Now, about this embezzlement...
Yeah, and see, this one shows me, shows the clock, shows it was 10:05 a.m., and you see up there in the background, up in the sky?
Oh, yeah, that's skywriter we saw, Johnny.
Yeah. Today's the first day for that skywriting bit.
So I understand.
You know, just to announce Papola.
Yes, I know. Now, Barney...
But now, why don't you guys slip into some trunks and let me get some pictures of you out here by the pool?
Why don't we get down to business instead? You said you think your partner, Ralph Betterly, took the money?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think that, Barney?
Well, it's an awful thing to say, Johnny, after working together on this bottling business, but... Well, there comes a time when a guy's got to face the facts.
Well, suppose you give me some of the facts.
Well, To begin with, Ralph isn't a full partner with me. The deal we have only cuts him in for about a quarter of the profits.
I see.
And they've been pretty low, Johnny, on account of the startup costs on Popola. Like I said, the skywriting's only started today, and all the rest of the advertising and promotion. Mighty expensive, too.
I'm sure it is.
Anyhow, with all the money that he's had to spend on hospital, his wife, did you know that she died a couple of days ago, Ted?
No, I didn't, Barney.
Yeah, too bad. Anyway, he's been having a real tough time of it.
And, you think that he would steal from his own company?
He's been pretty desperate. But, Johnny, the real point is, well, I hate to say this, but he's the only one who could.
Why is that?
2 reasons.
Don't you have a lot of employees there at your plant?
Sure, Johnny, quite a few, but outside of me, Ralph is the only one who has the combination of the safe we keep all the cash in. The only one, Johnny. And if that don't put the finger on him, I don't know what does.
I think you said 2 reasons.
Yeah, number 2, Ralph is the only other one has any idea how much there was in there.
Do you mind telling me why you kept that much cash on hand?
Oh, so maybe it did seem like a lot, but it takes a lot to run a business, any kind of business.
$170,000?
Sure. But don't you see, I got to have cash to pay off the Mexican boys who, well, that is,
Yes, Barney?
Okay, you're not the cops or the pure food and drug fellas or anything, so you're only a private detective, so I'm going to level with you.
Go on.
Some of the stuff for the Popola mix, a secret ingredient. Well, you know what I mean.
Go on.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't cross the border exactly legal, you know?
Ted, did you know about this?
I certainly didn't.
Now, wait a minute. There's nothing poison or narcotic about it, anything like that. It's only that if those wetbacks are willing to bring it in for me, well, that's why I've got to keep a lot of cash on hand, okay?
Is it? What's okay about running a business like that?
Hey, now, wait a minute, buddy.
Ted, didn't you know what kind of an outfit you were selling indemnity insurance to?
I guess I didn't.
Now, don't get up on any pulpit, Johnny.
Garrison, have you told the police about the embezzlement?
Why should I?
You bet you haven't, because you know you'd have an investigation on your hands that would put you out of business so fast you wouldn't know what hit you.
Oh, yeah? You think I'm not smart enough to cover up if anybody comes poking around? You don't owe me, Dollar.
I don't think I care to.
How do you think I got where I am today? Answer me that. You know why? Because I'm smart, that's why. Me, I'm smart enough to get away with anything if I want to.
Don't be too sure of that. Come on, Ted.
Yeah? Now you listen here, Dollar.
Yes?
If you think you're going out and make trouble for me...
I wouldn't waste the time. Come on, Ted. Let's get on back to L.A.
Yes, Johnny, and believe me, I'll cancel out every policy we have on him.
Sure, go ahead. But you're still going to have to either recover the money or pay me off on this embezzlement.
I'm afraid he's right, Johnny.
Well, I'm not.
And remember what I said. You tell Ralph Betterly I'm wise to him, and I'm betting he'll break down and confess. If he hasn't got conscience all of a sudden and blown his brains out. But you just get me that money.
Item 3 is $50 deposit on a rental car to get us back to Los Angeles, and just as quickly as possible. Because I was really worried now, and I don't mean over that $170,000.
About what then, Johnny?
You have Ralph Betterly's address, Ted?
Sure. Like I told you, he lives in the Westwood section on Pandora Avenue. That's out beyond Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I know. But look, until we get there...
Yeah?
You better do a little praying, Ted.
Praying?
That's right. That this hunch of mine is all wrong. But all the prayers in the world wouldn't have helped. By the time we got to 1308 Pandora... out there in Westwood, the police, including a medical and a couple of the lab crew, had done their work and left. All but a Lieutenant Harvey May. As for what had happened there?
Well, you see, we got a phone call from his business partner, a man by the name of Garrison, called from Palm Springs.
Oh?
Yeah. Said he'd been trying to raise Betterly on the phone, that he was worried about him. So one of the boys in a prowl car drove over, got no answer to the doorbell, but the front door wasn't locked. So we barged in, found Betterly dead, a bullet in his head. I come on over with the doc and the lamp crew.
I see. But I figure it, Lieutenant.
Looks like suicide, Lawler, all the way. You know, because of losing his wife and financial troubles and all, and Betterly's prints are on the gun, and only Betterly's.
Suicide?
Well, maybe.
Why do you say that?
Well, had Betterly pulled that gun on himself, there should have been clear powder burns on his head, see? But the doc seemed to think he might have been shot from 6 or 7 feet away. No, he could be wrong, of course.
Could he? I doubt it.
Yeah, why?
When was he, well, when did he die?
Doc figures sometime between 9:30 and 11:30 this morning.
And nobody in the neighborhood saw who might have done it? Nobody heard any shots or anything like that?
No, but if you're thinking of that crooked partner of his...
Why not?
Well, he's down there in Palm Springs.
You forgetting, Lieutenant? That's not much more than a 2-hour drive.
But he said he's been down there since late last night. And if he can prove that... look, I know Garrison isn't Lily White.
Oh, you're so right.
But if he can prove he's been down there all day...
Well, Lieutenant, I'm sure that he thinks he can.
Well, then?
And I'm almost sure that I can prove his alibi's a phony.
How, Dollar? And if you
can...
Well,
that's out of your jurisdiction down there, isn't it?
Well, sure, but all we have to do...
No, don't call him. Not yet. Give me time enough to drive to Palm Springs,
Why?
Well, you do. Maybe I'll bring you back a killer.
Maybe.
But if you tip him off by having the police bust in on him, you can bet your bottom dollar that Barney Garrison will think of some way to worm out of this murder.
You seem pretty sure it was murder.
I'm sure.
And that Garrison did it, huh?
I'm sure of that, too. Well?
Okay, Dollar, go ahead. But I better hear from you in a hurry.
Don't worry, Lieutenant. You will. Thanks.
Can a girl from a small mining town find happiness with a civil service jazz musician from a big city? This problem may never be solved by Betty Furness on the CBS radio network's Dimensions of a Woman's World. But her tips on home improvement, cosmetics, teenagers, anything of interest to women could help you find a few answers that you've been looking for. Dimension of a Woman's World is heard 3 times every weekday, with Betty Furness as hostess with the mostess. Information for and about today's woman. And you'll hear Dimension of a Woman's World only on weekdays and only on CBS Radio.
This trip I made alone. After all, why stick out Ted Orloff's neck, too, especially when I wasn't as sure of myself as I'd made the lieutenant think. But too many things added up. If what Ted had told me about Betterly was true, he was hardly the man to pull an embezzlement. But Garrison, if he thought he could get away with it, sure. And with a home in Bel Air and another in Palm Springs, he could certainly use the money. Then there were some other things, like his call to the police to say that he was worried about not being able to reach Betterly by phone. Really worried about him? Or just to make sure the body would be discovered and a time of death set by a lab crew? And as the lieutenant said, to take away any suspicion from himself. Time of death. That was the key of the whole thing. Garrison's alibi. And that's what got me suspicious. The fact that I'd be called on to back up his alibi. And how? Well, a little over 2 hours later, the door of his Palm Springs home opened. Well, not right now.
Come on in, Dollar. Join the party. A little housewarming I'm throwing.
Hello, Barney.
I thought you went away mad this afternoon.
It's a little noisy in here, isn't it? I decided I'd better come back.
Yeah, attaboy. Incidentally...
Yeah.
I tried to call old Ralph after you left, but I got no answer.
Oh, well, why call him, Barney?
Well, like I said to you, if his conscience ever caught up with him...
Yes, I know. You tried to plant the suicide idea with me pretty solidly this afternoon.
Huh? Now, why do you say plant that way?
Look, where can we talk quietly for a few minutes?
Oh, Barney, you're not leaving me all alone, are you?
Well, just for a little while, sugar. You know, just a little business. Come on, Dollar. In my den, right this way. First, wouldn't you like a drink?
No, let's talk first.
All right, sure. Right in here now. Well, sit down, Dollar, sit down.
Oh, that's better. Thanks.
Now, what did you mean about trying to plant the suicide bit with you?
Same as you were so careful to set your alibi with me.
Alibi? What are you talking about? Now, look, I told you why I think Ralph embezzled that money, and I still think he did. Well, don't you?
No. I think you did, Barney.
Now, this is no time to joke, Dollar.
I'm not joking.
All right, then, listen.
Are you pretending you don't know what happened back there in Westwood this morning?
You mean that
Are you
Ralph...
pretending you don't know Ralph is dead?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Suicide, huh? That's too bad.
He was murdered, Barney. And you were the first to know because you murdered him.
Now, wait a minute. Look here, Dollar.
Well?
Now, listen. You know that isn't true. Because you know that I was right here in Palm Springs when it happened.
Then you know when it happened.
Well, you said this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah, and I was right here. And I can prove it.
Can you?
Well, didn't I prove it to you this afternoon?
Did you?
Okay, when was he killed?
Then you admit it wasn't suicide.
Well, I don't admit anything because I haven't got anything to admit. I asked a question. When did he die?
The medico said between 9:30 and 11 a.m.
Hey, see? Well, I was right here at exactly 10:05 a.m. And you know it, and I know it, and I can prove it. So can you.
How?
By that picture I showed you.
That's exactly what I want to see again.
All right, then here. I got it right here in this desk here. Yeah. Now, look. You want to argue with this? You see the clock there in back of me? 10:05, it says. And that can be caught sure, and I could have taken that picture some other time, like last week, maybe. Except for just exactly one little thing, Dollar. Well, go on. Look. Look at it.
I'm looking.
You see, up there in the sky, in the background, you see that skywriting? Popola, that's what it says. And the whole population of Palm Springs Bible that skywriting didn't start until today. Today, do you get it?
All right. So you killed him, then tore on out here to reset that clock, take the picture, and have your alibi all ready by the time we arrived.
You're crazy.
Perfect alibi, Barney, except for exactly one little thing, as you put it.
I say you're crazy.
Now, you look at the picture. Your swimming pool runs north and south, doesn't it?
So what?
You face the south, into the camera.
That's right. So what?
So the morning sun coming from the east would have cast your shadow to the west. Over here. Instead, what little shadow there is east of you from the early afternoon sun. Because you reset the clock and took this picture just before we arrived.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, Dollar. Now look, you see this? And it's loaded, baby.
Complete with silences, hmm?
That's right. So, Dollar... Hiya, Sergeant.
Well, looks like Lieutenant May of the West Los Angeles Department was right, huh?
Now, look, just let me explain this, huh?
Why bother, Barney? Just give the sergeant the gun. Once again, it's up to the courts. But when the West Los Angeles police run down the $170,000, wherever Garrison put it, and I'm sure they will, he won't have a leg to stand on. Expense account total, call it $450. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, like a lot of other people, I open the trout season, but in a way I don't suggest you try. Believe me. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Bob Dryden as Barney Garrison, Bernard Grant as Lieutenant Harvey May, James Stevens as Ted Orloff, Eugene Francis as the police sergeant, and Jocelyn Summers as the girl at the party. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Pat Cannell speaking.
Sportsorama with Red Barber premieres April 6th, putting Major League Baseball in the Sportsorama spotlight with straight-from-the-shoulder talk about our national pastime. April 6th, the first Sportsorama program with Red Barber on the CBS Radio Network. Do you know a new family just moving to your neighborhood? Welcome Wagon would love to welcome them. Welcome Wagon helps all new neighbors to feel welcome and wanted here in the Capital District. Each gracious Welcome Wagon hostess brings baskets of gifts from Tri-City merchants. She brings greetings from the community to these newcomers, answers questions everyone wants to know about the Tri-Cities. You can make sure your new neighbors benefit from Welcome Wagon service. Just call State 59640 and give the Welcome Wagon hostess the name and address of your new neighbors. She'll call on them and present them with a basket of gifts from civic-minded businessmen. You'll be helping your neighbor and your Welcome Wagon hostess who carries on this valuable community service. In the Albany-Troy-Schenectady metropolitan area, call State 59640. That's State 59640 for Welcome Wagon.
WROW Albany, fair and cool tonight, gradually diminishing winds, the low 25 to 30. Monday, continued fair and mild, high in the low 50s. Present temperature 45 degrees.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is George Reed.
Well, hiya, George. What's troubling Floyd's of England this time?
Johnny, one of our clients, only quite frankly, he's far more than just a client.
Oh?
Yes, his life is being threatened.
Oh, George, you know I hate these bodyguard assignments. Every
Johnny,
time I handle one of them, it ends up with my own life being in danger.
I fully realize
Yeah,
that.
one of these days my luck may run out.
Oh, heaven forbid. Nonetheless, Johnny...
If somebody needs protection, why don't you just call in the police?
Well, there are certain, confidential aspects of this case that, if any sort of publicity can be avoided... Johnny,
Yeah?
if it can any way help to minimize the danger to yourself, I'll gladly go along with you on this one.
You mean literally, physically go along with me?
Yes.
Well, now, George, that's not the way I usually like to work.
I know, but as I told you, this involves a man who is more than just a client.
Yeah? Just what does that mean?
It's my brother, Johnny. My own brother.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, George. I'll be over to see you.
Bob Bailey, in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, North American Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Twin Trouble matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 for a taxi over to George Reed's office at Floyd's of England in downtown Hartford. I found him pacing the floor waiting for me, and needless to say, he didn't waste any time getting down to business.
As I told you over the phone, Johnny, this matter involves my brother, my twin brother, Adam.
Oh, you're a twin?
Yes, we're identical in every way, except perhaps for our manner of speaking.
Why is that?
Well, you see, Adam completed his education at the University of Dublin, whereas I stayed on in England, then did postgraduate work over here.
Oh, I see.
About 18 years ago, Adam and his wife came here to the United States.
Is he also with some branch of Floyd's of England?
No, Johnny. Adam owns a small brokerage office down in Newark, New Jersey. He lives in a nearby town called Upper Montclair.
Say, tell me, has this business of his anything to do with the threat against his life?
Everything, I'm afraid.
Now, don't tell me he went around selling a lot of worthless stocks and bonds, and now somebody wants to get even with him.
Of course not. Adam is a completely honest, reliable dealer in legitimate securities.
Then what's the trouble?
Well, you see, when he first arrived in this country, he traveled around quite a bit, not only sightseeing, but, looking for a good business connection.
Figures?
While on the West Coast, he met two men, Shockley and Barron, independent stockbrokers.
Uh-huh.
They seemed to like him immediately, offered to take him in with them. Well, since his funds were beginning to run out, he jumped at the chance.
Naturally.
But, Johnny, it turned out that they were swindlers of the worst possible sort, dealing in completely worthless securities.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Because of his lack of familiarity with American manners and methods, it took Adam quite a while to catch on. But when he did...
George, I'm way ahead of you.
What?
When he finally got wise to them, he called in the law. So they got sent up the river, including your poor misguided brother. And now...
Yes, Johnny. It was Adam's information, his testimony, that brought the whole foul operation into the open. As a result, of course, his prison term was a relatively mild one.
I didn't know there was such a thing. But now that the others are free, they're out to get him.
At least the one named Shockley is. It's he who has contacted Adam with this impossible proposition.
Uh-huh. When did he and Barron get out of the clink?
About 2 weeks ago.
I see. So what's the proposition Shockley has made your brother?
Johnny, Adam has spent the past 9 years, ever since he was released out there, building up this small brokerage office here in the East. Now he and his wife are finally beginning to reap the fruits of their labor. His children, 2 fine, upstanding kids, are in college over in New York State.
So?
But if it were ever to become known that he once served a term in prison for participation in a stock swindle...
Yeah, I know. It would kind of pull the rug right out from under him, wouldn't it?
It would completely ruin him, Johnny. And it would probably kill his wife.
What then?
This 9 years of struggle of trying to make up for that one mistake has been just as hard for her as it has for him. Right now, she happens to be in the hospital with a serious heart condition.
Oh, I see. Is she the beneficiary of his insurance?
Yes, she, and then, of course, the children.
All right. Now, what is this proposition that Shockley has made?
He's demanded $75,000.
70? Wow.
Yes. Unless Adam pays it, in cash, in unmarked bills, Shockley will release to the papers, anonymously, of course. Well, he'll tell them all about Adam's unfortunate part in that stock-selling racket years ago.
Yeah, which means that if Adam had a single customer left inside of a week, it'd be a miracle.
Then Shockley says, after he's ruined him, he'll kill him.
He'll what?
Unless he pays this money, of course. He'll make it look like suicide. After all, under the circumstances, well, you know, the ruined businessman.
Yeah, I do know. Sure, there'll be no reason for anyone to think it isn't suicide.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. That's the insurance angle, isn't it?
Yes.
If Adam's death is called suicide, his policy will be void. His wife and kids will get nothing.
And if this man Shockley is as clever as Adam says he is, he'll do it in such a way that any court in the land will call it suicide.
George, I just can't believe it. And yet, I suppose...
He's told Adam that he's already got away with this sort of thing once before Adam knew him.
But why doesn't he call in the police, the FBI? If this man already has a criminal record...
No.
Well, maybe the other one, Barron, is still working with him.
No, Johnny, don't you see? Don't you see he doesn't dare?
Yeah, I guess you're right. If he called in the cops, the publicity would be just as bad, just as ruinous to him as if Shockley were to shoot off his mouth at the papers.
Yes, Johnny. If he goes to the police, he'll only bring his business crashing down on his own head.
Yeah. George, your brother's in a pretty bad spot. No matter what he does, he loses.
If he pays off, $75,000. But who knows whether that one payment would be the end?
Well, of course it wouldn't.
But if he doesn't, don't you see it means not only his business, his wife, his children, but his own life?
I know.
If it were me, alone, a bachelor with nobody else to think about. But with Adam, Johnny, he couldn't do it. He might as well cut his own throat.
So we'll have to do something about it.
What, Johnny? What can we do?
George, I wish I knew. It was obvious this was to be more of a personal affair than business, in spite of the insurance policy involved. So for once, I decided to forget padding out the old expense account. Okay, then. Item 2, 435, a tank full of gas from my own car. It was after business hours by the time we got down to Jersey, so instead of trying to catch Adam Reed in his office, George phoned ahead and we went directly to his home on Highland Avenue in Upper Montclair. George stood beside me when the front door was open, and you know something? It was like looking at George in a mirror.
Yes, good night. George!
Even their clothes were alike.
Hello, Adam.
Yeah, these twins were certainly identical, except for the slight difference in their manner of speech.
Adam, this is the man I told you about on the phone. The man I hope can somehow help you. Johnny Dollar.
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Reed? And excuse me for staring.
Oh, it's quite all right, Dollar. Quite understandable. And please call me Adam, if you don't mind.
Sure. But so help me, I've never seen two people look so much alike. You know something?
What, Johnny? What are you thinking?
Just a wild, crazy idea, Adam. George. This perfect similarity might... No, well, we'll see.
Well, now, wait. Maybe you have an idea there.
No. Look, George, forget all about it. Come on, let's go inside where we can talk about this thing.
I'm in complete agreement, Dollar, because we have no time to waste. If there's anything you can do about it.
Why do you say that, Adam?
I've heard from Shockley again.
Oh? When?
This morning, after the last time I talked to George. He called me at the office. I'm afraid I didn't get as much business done today as I might have liked. Then I left as early as I could. I went to the bank and called on my wife at the hospital. She's very seriously ill, sir.
Yes, so I understand.
I've not yet had the heart to tell her about this whole ungodly affair.
And I can't say that I blame you.
And yet, what difference would it make? Whatever happens, whatever this man does to me, it's bound to affect my darling. Oh, it's a terrible thing, Dollar.
Now, this phone call today.
Yes. Shockley says that he's coming here tonight.
Tonight?
Yes.
Uh-oh, with my car out front.
Well, that's why I stopped at the bank today. He says he must have $10,000 as a sort of down payment, as evidence of my good faith.
10,000.
Well, I say that he won't get it.
Oh, now, wait a minute, George.
No, Johnny. I tell you, I won't let Shockley get away with this.
George,
If he
please.
comes here tonight and demands that money, I'll kill him rather than let Adam give him a single
Now,
cent.
listen, will you?
I told you, Johnny, with me it doesn't mean a thing. But with Adam, his wife, his children...
You think he'd come in here with my car out front?
If he does, I want to be ready for him. Give me your gun, Johnny.
George.
This whole rotten thing has gone too far. I tell you that if I have to in order to stop it, I'll...
No, Adam, wait. Is there an extension phone?
In the next room, in the library.
Good.
But, Dollar, if it's Shockley and he hears you pick it up...
He won't, if we do it right. Now, wait till I call to you, then pick it up immediately. I'll do the same on the other end.
Yes, all right, Dollar.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Now.
Yes? Are you alone, Adam? I'm alone, Shockley. You haven't called in the police. You know as well as I do what that would mean. The publicity. I'm glad you realize that. But I don't trust you, Adam. What? So instead of my coming to your home, you're going to meet me. You've got the 10,000 for me. I have. All right. Cedar Knoll, about 7 miles north of here. Do you know the place? Yes. Cedar Knoll. There's a little shack on top of it, empty. Get into your car. Your own car, Adam. I'll recognize it. Meet me there. Very well, Shockley. Just one thing. Yes? Just be sure that you're alone. Because if you're not, somebody's going to die, Adam. It won't be me. But if there's anybody with you, you understand, Adam. I understand. Cedar Knoll.
Uh-huh. Well, Adam, it sounds as though your man Shockley is as clever as you seem to. So where's George?
Dollar, he listened to the phone next to my ear.
Yeah?
As soon as Shockley named the meeting place, George took the gun out of my desk and left.
He what?
He's going up there to kill Shockley.
Unless I can stop him, Adam, he's going up there to get murdered. Where is it, Adam? The Cedar Knoll, where Shockley will be.
Here, Dollar. I can show you on a map. Here. It's 15 or 16 miles from here.
Huh? Shockley said it was only about 7.
Then he must have been somewhere along the way when he called.
That means he'll get there long before George can.
Yes. Look now. Here it is on the map.
Yeah, I see. Straight up 23 and west of Pompton Plains.
Yes.
All right. Now, George took your car. What kind is it? That little coupe I saw out in the street?
That's it.
Oh, fine. There are 10 million of them on the highway, all alike. What's the license number? Well, come on.
I don't know. I don't remember it.
Then, Adam, all I can do is try to get there before George does. Before he gets himself killed. Traffic was heavy, and I don't know why, but Highway 23 was lousy with police patrol cars. I wanted to stop one of them, tell him to come along with me. But this was one case where I couldn't. So instead, I drove within the speed limit, except for a cutoff above Mountain View where I could open her up for a few miles before getting back on the highway. I probably bypassed George as well as the highway traffic. But the important thing was for me to get there first. That's why I left 23 again, took the curving, narrow, but much shorter back road to Cedar Knoll. Finally, I could see the knoll, a sort of big mound, a high, barren hill. I could see the little building on top of it in silhouette against the moonlit sky. And I could see a car parked up there, a big sedan. So Shockley had arrived and was waiting there. At the bottom of the knoll, I pulled off to the side, cut the engine, doused the lights, and went the rest of the way on foot. As I slowly approached the shack, through a drawn window shade, I could see a light in it, waving around like a flashlight, and the shadow of a man. No, wait. For a moment there were two of them, two shadows. That meant Shockley wasn't alone. And knowing they'd be well armed, both of them killers. Well, this whole thing might not be so easy. Yet somehow I had to keep them from hurting George. Yeah, and from killing Adam. Slowly, cautiously, I edged over to their car. I slid down under it and went to work with my pocket knife on a small piece of tubing near one of the wheels. It was slow and awkward there in the dark under that low-hung car. But it was the one thing I knew. It was George. And of all the times to pick with me sprawled out under that sedan, unable to even pull out my gun.
Just stay out there, Adam. We'll take the money and be on our way.
Oh, no, you won't, Shockley. This is all you'll take.
Watch him, Shock. He's got a gun.
Yes. And I'll kill both of you if I have to.
Mr. Barron, this isn't Adam Reed. Sure he is. No, he talks differently. This is his twin. It's George.
You're right, Shockley. And I'm here to put a stop to this nefarious scheme of yours.
Well, listen to the fancy talk. Of course it isn't Adam, so it must be George. And George, my name...
No, don't move. Just drop your guns, both of you.
Mr. Barron, I'm afraid that Mr. Reed, Mr. George Reed, has the advantage of us. Yeah? Well, listen. He shoots at you, I get him. He shoots at me, you get him.
That's right. I'll kill at least one of you.
So, under the circumstances, I'm afraid there's only one thing we can do. Yeah? What? Hand over our guns to him. So, here you are. George! Oh, you dirty
I yanked myself out from under the car, and just in time to have George land right square on top of me. Before I could push him away and get to my feet, he was out like a light, and both Shockley and his pal were on top of me. I never got off the ground. Oh! Kill him, Charles! Blow his head on! Oh, wait, Hewitt.
You had enough? You had enough, mister? Get away, Shock. Let me shoot him. No. But listen, we've got to get out of here. Those shots he got off, the cops will be coming up from the highway to see what they were. But don't you see, if we leave him here? We've got to, but we're not leaving this state until we kill his brother. Come on.
No, you wait.
Yeah? You want some more?
Never get away.
Oh, no?
Use that car. Kill yourself.
Drop dead. Come on, Barry.
No. Listen.
You listen. Oh! Come on, Barry. Okay. Take the back road down the hill. Yeah, well, just don't go too fast.
Are you okay, George?
Yes, Johnny, I guess so. But they got away. They'll go down. They'll kill Adam.
They're not going anywhere, George.
What?
I cut the brake fluid line. They have no brakes. By the time they get rolling down that hill...
Good heavens.
No, George. They're not going anywhere. By the time the highway police got to the scene of the crash there on the back road, and of course that car exploded and burned, they had forgotten all about the gunshots, if they'd heard them at all. So George and I were able to leave by the main road unmolested. At the bottom of the hill, I picked up my own car without attracting attention. I suppose I'll have to make some sort of report to the police. But I don't see any reason why I should have to reveal the name of the man they were out to get. Do you? It's certainly too late to need anyone to bring charges against them. As for the expense account, so what's a couple of gallons of gas in so good a cause? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Before I do, I just want to say thanks to all you good people who write in to tell me how much you like the show. It may seem like a little thing to you, but it means a great deal to all of us. Believe me, I'll answer your letters just as fast as I can get around to them. But you'll just have to be patient if it takes a little time. Now, as for next week, well, I suggest you read The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe. Then join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were G. Stanley Jones, Alan Reed, and Frank Driscoll. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Frank Joy stars in a hair-raising psychological thriller, A Friend of Daddy's, as suspense follows next on the CBS Radio Network.
The Columbia Broadcasting System presents Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. The next half hour has its baggage packed to take a trip with America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, Johnny Dollar. At insurance investigation, he is just an expert. At making out his expense account, he is an absolute genius.
Expense account, submitted by investigator Johnny Dollar. To Home Office, East Coast Underwriters, Terminal Building, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures in the investigation regarding the Paracoff policy for your company. Expense account item 1. Plane fare to Benton, Ohio, $40.04. Item 2. Plane fare Benton back to Hartford, $40.04. Explanation, purchase 2 one-way tickets. Because of the type of case I'm usually assigned, I never press my luck by buying round trips. This time I was almost right. Expense account item 3. Cab fare, airport to Valley Hotel, $2.20. Tip the driver.
Gee, $1.
Naturally.
There'll be steak on the table tonight. Welcome to Warfare City.
Hey, Dorman.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you, sir?
Bring my bag inside, will you? Here.
$1.
Always.
All you need is $1 and a pen. Yeah, but does that mean you have to have a lot of strange people in the house?
Good evening, sir.
Hello. You have a reservation for Johnny Dollar?
Oh, yes. Mr. Dollar's in his room. He checked in about 8 o'clock.
Huh? Oh, I guess I ain't the man I used to be. What room is he in?
Oh, sorry, sir. I'm not permitted to tell you that. I can phone him.
Oh, no, never mind. Let me have one of those envelopes, will you? I'd like to leave my card for this Mr. Dollar.
Yes, sir. Here you are.
Thanks. Here, just pop this in his box. The clerk popped the envelope into box number 207, and I popped myself into an elevator going up to room 207. I'd come to Benton to investigate a murder, and in just a matter of minutes, I found myself ready to commit one.
Yes? Who is it?
Bellboy, sir. A package from Hartford.
Just a minute. Package for me?
Special delivery.
Oh.
Come on. Get up on your feet.
Now, wait a minute. Take it easy. You must be Johnny Dollar.
Sometimes strangers in a hotel room can be a lot of fun, but not when they're using my name. What's your angle?
Listen, Dollar, I can explain everything.
It better be good, and it better be fast.
I didn't want to be seen waiting for you in the lobby, and it's important that I talk with you before anybody else does. That's why I'm here. I'm Eric Barker.
Oh, the defense attorney in this Paracoff thing, huh? Well, I hope you're better at defending your client than you are at defending yourself.
Whether my client goes to the chair or not, unfortunately, has nothing to do with my being a good lawyer. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, I suppose this is one time when the attorney won't mind relinquishing the floor. Why don't you get up on your feet?
Yeah, thanks. I will. Now, look, I'm no coward, Dollar. But if either one of us is going to get any place on this case, we'll have to work together. Now, I need your help, and I need it badly.
I do a single act, sorry.
Now, don't be hasty. I can help you, too. Just how much do you know about the Paracoff murder?
All I know is it's one of the screwiest cases I've ever run into. All over the country, beneficiaries are knocking off insured people, but not here in Benton. Oh, no, here they tell me the insured man, Harlan Wolf, knocked off his beneficiary and partner, Paracoff. And now I've got the jolly assignment of trying to keep the state from executing the insured man. My employer, East Coast Underwriters, isn't anxious to see $100,000 of their money burn up in the electric chair.
Well, at least we're both stuck with the same tough job.
Now, look, I'll tell you a few things I already know, and you fill it in from there. All I know is that Paracoff was shot to death, and that his business partner, your client, Harlan Wolf, was picked up leaving town and being held for the murder. What have they got against him?
Only what they found on him. That's enough. The murder weapon.
Any witnesses?
One. Paracoff's wife, Marcia, an eyewitness.
A murder weapon and an eyewitness. Well, it seems, at least at first glance anyway, that the state of Ohio will be receiving a large electric bill one day soon. Hey, is there any chance of my seeing Wolf?
No, not before he's indicted.
Great.
Dollar, Harlan Wolf shot Paracoff in self-defense. There was no premeditation.
Well, I'm convinced that I could get him off with a second-degree manslaughter verdict if it weren't for the tactics of the prosecution.
What's that?
Well, they not only have intimidated my character witnesses, they've suborned their own to perjury. That's the sort of thing I'm up against.
Well, as the insurance companies keep on saying, never say die. So where can I find the widow Parakoff?
Well, if they aren't holding her in protective custody so nobody can question her, she may be at home. That's 1375 96th Street.
That's a lot of figures. By the way, how's hers? Expense account item 4, cab fare to home of murdered man and the girl he left behind him, $2.40. I shivered all the way out to the suburbs, but not from fear or anticipation. A simple case of summer shorts in red flannel weather. The Parakoff place was obviously the product of a good income and a bad architect. It looked like a great big wedding cake, and Mother Nature had mercifully iced the confection. The front walk was white and untrammeled as if driven snow. As a matter of fact, that's what it was. 3 inches of it, which meant that Marcia hadn't had a visitor in the past couple of hours. I was playing detective, and somebody inside was playing the radio. So, I played Peeping Tom, and loved every second of it. I couldn't see her face, but she had a lovely profile. I hastened to the door. Wow, her hair was red and her eyes were green. Her hair stopped your cold and then her eyes gave you the go signal.
Yes?
Would you mind saving that yes for later?
I beg your pardon?
Well, I've come here to ask your help and I hope you'll say yes. My name is Johnny Dollar. I've been sent to Benton to investigate the death of your husband.
Well, why? Has this turned into a federal case?
No, I'm from the insurance company.
Oh, come in.
Thanks. Say, where can I put my coat? This snow will melt all over your carpet.
Let it melt. Just throw your coat any place.
Okay.
Good shot. Come on in by the fireplace. It's nice and warm.
I should have brought some chestnuts. I could have followed her with my eyes closed. She headed for the living room, leaving a pathway of perfumed air behind her, and I didn't waste a breath of it. Hey, that's nice perfume.
Sit down.
Thanks.
Hey, you have good taste. That chair is a genuine antique.
Oh? If you can stand a compliment before we get down to business, you certainly furnish a room.
Oh, most of the things are just reproductions.
Not the things that I'm talking about.
Oh, you mean me?
Uh-huh. Oh, this is a happy surprise. I expected to find someone fatter and 40-er.
My husband was. And now, what about his insurance?
Oh, you got me wrong. You see, I'm working for the company that insured the man being held for the murder of your husband, Harlan Wolf.
What do you want from me?
Just a story of what happened.
Oh, that I can't do. The district attorney had a long talk with me about it. I'm not supposed to say anything to anybody about it until the trial.
Well, I'm not asking you for any state secrets. I just want you to save me a trip down to the morgue.
Oh, don't be so brutal.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were still in mourning. That negligee confused me. Anyway, I meant the newspaper morgue. That's what they call their files. You gave them a story. Why won't you give it to me?
I told you I can't.
Okay. Sorry I wasted your time.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't go.
Well, you aren't exactly cooperating.
Oh, please sit down. I'm going crazy in this house alone all the time. Can't we find something else to talk about?
Sure. Later. First things first.
That makes sense. All right. I don't see how it could be wrong to tell you what's already been in the newspapers, Johnny.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
All right. Well, Harlan Wolf and I were here in this room alone. We were discussing business.
Business?
Business. The Highland Coal Corporation. My husband was its president. Harlan Wolf is the secretary-treasurer, and I'm the vice president.
I can't resist this. But your kind of businesswoman makes this anthracite heart of mine feel very bituminous.
What? I don't get it.
Let it go. So, you and Wolf were sitting here talking about your coal business. Where were you sitting?
Well, I was sitting over there at the desk.
How about Wolf?
He was sitting where you are right now. And then my husband came home.
And no doubt accused you and the secretary-treasurer of putting in too much overtime. Is that it?
Yes. Oh, it was terrible. They fought, and finally Harlan ran over to the couch over there and pulled his gun out of his overcoat pocket and started pulling the trigger.
Who called the police? The neighbors?
No. I did. Well, that's all there is to it.
Well, that's all I wanted to know. It didn't hurt, did it?
No. Now, how about using those big shoulders of yours for throwing a log on the fire?
Sure. I'll go outside and get one.
No, there are logs in here.
Mm-mm. I'd rather go outside and get one that's a little damp. They burn much slower.
Oh. Well, then, while you're at it, get a big one.
I left Marcia gazing into the fire, called a cab, and stepped out into the cold night air to wait for it. I went down the front walk with my mind on what was behind me instead of what lay ahead.
Hey, Dollar!
Out of the white snow loomed two very large blue police uniforms, completely filled.
Get out of this Parakoff mess, Dollar. As a matter of fact, get out of this town.
Why, officer? I'm just beginning to like it here.
Look, this is from the top that makes it official. We've got the guilty man. We don't want any trouble.
Look, you go back to the top and tell them that this is one sure way of getting trouble.
They told us how to answer that one, too.
I did my best. My best to break every one of the Marquis of Queensberry rules. I knew I was fighting a losing fight, but I was fighting for a little time. And that's all I got. If this never stopped in my head, seemed to feel like a ping pong ball in a four-handed game. Suddenly, things looked up. Me, flat on my back in the snow, seeing stars. Then a boot came flying toward my head and switched off all the pretty lights.
In just a minute, we'll bring you the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. But first, we want to remind you that next Sunday night, CBS once more will bring you 10 great shows, filled with great stars and complete with comedy, drama, and mystery. Betty Davis will make her first appearance on The Prudential Hour, co-starring with Ray Milland in a gripping story of a woman who has to bridge a lifetime in 3 short hours. Once more, you'll hear those 90 non-stop minutes of mirth with Spike Jones, Jack Benny, and Amos and Andy in succession. There'll be more comedy, more drama following rapidly. The Adventures of Sam Spade, Lum and Abner, Helen Hayes, Eve Arden, Life with Luigi, It Pays to Be Ignorant. Staying tuned to CBS on Sunday nights guarantees you the greatest entertainment on the greatest listening night of all. These programs are regular Sunday night features on most of these same CBS stations. And, of course, Jack Benny comes to you over them all. And now, back to yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Continuing expense account submitted by Johnny Dollar. To the Home Office, East Coast Underwriters, Terminal Building, Hartford, Connecticut. Expense account item 5, medical supplies, bonded, $7. Oh, and here's something I'll give you for free. A handy help for your regularly employed insurance investigators. When I find myself overwhelmed in a brawl with unknown assailants, cops included, I do my best to take away more than just bruises and contusions. During my career, I've picked more pockets than a rack boy in a pool room. And I added one more to the score during the brawl in front of the Parakoff house just before I went bye-bye in the snow.
Hey, mister, wake up. Come on, wake up. You'll catch your death of cold. Did you call a cab?
Yeah, I think so.
Holy smokes, your face. Was you robbed?
What's the matter? Isn't it there?
Huh? Here, I'll give you a hand. Thanks. Holy smokes, when I first seen you laying there, I thought you was a snowman tipped over. How do you feel, cold?
Forevermore, I shall look kindly upon the haddock in the deep freeze.
Huh? Hey, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a wallet.
Did you lose it?
First I found it, then I lost it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Come on, let's get out of here.
Where to, mister? Police headquarters?
Police headquarters? Over my dead body. Expense account, item 6. Breakfast in bed, $2.40. Expense account, item 7. Photographic work, $6. For taking pictures of contents of wallet I lifted from the police uniform the night before. Expense account, item 8. 70 cents cab fare to office of Edmund Byron, District Attorney.
Sorry to have kept you waiting, but... Good heavens, man, your face. Felonious assault? Yeah. But I got a flash for you. Not by person or persons unknown. Splendid. You wish to prefer charges? Yeah, that's right again. But not for felonious assault and not against the guys who gave me this going over last night. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. They were a couple of your harness bulls. I don't want you to waste any time denying it, so forget it. I don't have the slightest idea what this is all about, Dollar. I said forget it. I want to talk about something more important. You're holding Harlan Wolf for the Parakoff murder. Now, what I want to know is, when are you going to hand down your indictment and what it's going to be? First thing in the morning, first-degree murder. Anything else you want to know before I have you thrown out of here? Yeah. How do I get mixed up in these rhubarbs? Expense account, item 10, 5 cents. A phone call to my partner in despair, Eric Barker, attorney for the defense, who agreed to lend me a set of police photographs of the scene of the crime and the principals involved. Parakoff looked very dead. Marcia looked very frightened. And the accused, Harlan Wolf, looked very fat. The pictures of the scene of the crime indicated the shooting occurred with Parakoff and Wolf standing face to face, and that all of the bullets had gone banging straight into the right side of Parakoff's body. I set up an appointment to meet Barker at 3 that afternoon, and decided to make the most of the time in between by seeing what kind of a trade I could make on that wallet I'd picked up during the winter sports of the night before. The name in it was Ben Arnold, and the address was disreputable.
I don't want any brushes.
What a coincidence. I'm not selling any.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Ben Arnold.
Who isn't? He promised me he'd be home by now. By this time, I should know better.
Okay, I'll wait.
Outside.
Inside.
Hey, wait a minute. Ben won't like this.
Well, that makes it even. I don't like Ben.
Look, I don't want any trouble.
Okay, then don't make any trouble.
Well, what do you want here anyway?
Oh, let's just say I dropped by for an unfriendly visit.
If Ben finds you here, it'll get real unfriendly. I'm warning you, get out of here. Ain't that face of yours marked up enough?
Well, that mouse hanging under your eye isn't exactly a beauty mark. Ben really spreads his blessings, doesn't he? Hey. Ben had really spread one blessing right there close in front of me. It was a small room, about the size of a large closet, with a clothes sprawl high and low, making the whole place look like a collapsed clothesline. And there, hanging on the back of the door, was Ben Arnold's police uniform. My eyes popped out, pushed one of its shiny brass buttons, and rang the bell. There, like little brass love letters on the brass, stood the initials CPD. And CPD were never the initials of the Benton Police Department. Thanks for seeing me so quickly, Barker.
Dollar, you are... Good Lord, what happened to your face?
A couple of police uniforms with overstuffed shoulders did this to me last night.
Oh, there you are. I warned you. We're up against a ruthless bunch. Something should be done about it. Why, using the police force to beat up anybody who stands in their way?
No, Barker. They were wearing uniforms, but they weren't police.
Hey, what? Well, I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Barker, can you give me one good reason for a Benton cop to be wearing an out-of-town uniform? And don't tell me they got mixed up at the cleaners.
Out-of-town uniform?
Yeah. Yeah, and here's another one. If the law enforcement setup here is so rotten, why would they go to all the trouble of dressing up an outsider to do their muscle work?
Well, I don't know.
What I mean is, did they?
Who else would do it? It certainly couldn't have been Marcia.
Well, why not? The policy I'm interested in is the one that Parakoff, as president of that coal company, took out on Wolf's life because of his importance to the company. That kind of policy is taken out every day. But Marcia, as vice president of that coal company, is in line to collect on that policy if Wolf goes to the chair.
But why should Wolf admit to the shooting? He has nothing to gain, his life to lose.
Now, look, Marcia told me that the night of the murder, she and Wolf were alone in the house talking about the coal business. And then she didn't know what I meant when I used the words bituminous and anthracite. Whatever Marcia had on the fire that night with Wolf, it wasn't coal.
No. Well, you're right about that. Marcia and Wolf were having some kind of romance.
Okay. So let's say Marcia shot her husband. Let's say Wolf is madly in love with her. Let's say she promises Wolf that she will testify he shot her husband in self-defense.
Marcia gets away with murder, Wolf gets away with a light sentence or none at all, and then Wolf gets away with a girl. That makes sense.
Yeah, but what makes you think this is even possible?
Barker, somebody had me beat up last night. I say the prosecution wouldn't have bothered sending fake cops. So, the question is, who would? There's one thing I've got to check, and check fast.
Well, what's that?
Those police photos you gave me show that Parakoff was shot by a left-handed shooter.
And that's one of the prosecution's strongest points. Wolf was left-handed.
Well, that doesn't prove that Marcia isn't. Barker, I'm going out and see Mrs. Parkman, Mrs. Parakoff. And there's only one thing I really hope.
That she's left-handed?
That she's wearing that same negligee she had on last night. Hello, Marcia. Can I come in?
Why, Johnny, what happened to your face?
Oh, I didn't get down to the beauty parlor today.
You look like you've been fighting.
Uh-huh. Not too well, but wisely.
Well, come on in the other room. And, how about throwing another log on the fire?
Say, you're a real little firebug, aren't you? You should have lived back in old Nero's time.
Whose time?
Never mind. I'll tell you what, I'll build the fire if you light it.
Well, I'd love to. Oh, you're getting a dry one from inside. Last night you went all the way outside to get one that would burn for a long time.
Oh, that was last night. You got some paper?
Here's some.
There we are. Okay, hot point. Here's my lighter. Touch it off.
Okay. There, that'll do it. Come on. Sit down over here.
No, over here will do. This chair is a perfect fit for me. Which makes me think maybe the state of Ohio has a chair that's a perfect fit for you.
What are you talking about?
Well, if you want to play games, I'll read you the rules. You know, there's a big advantage in being on my side of investigation. Fellas in my racket have the benefit of a lot of experience. But murderers, well, almost everyone is inexperienced at that business. One moment they aren't murderers, the next moment they are.
Johnny, please.
Now, let's have a look at what's on my side. For instance, from the empty shells thrown off by an automatic pistol, the experts can get a better picture of a murder scene than they can from the witnesses. Your husband was killed by a gun that was held approximately 18 inches away and directly in front of him. And the bullets entered the right half of his body. That means he was killed by someone who shoots left-handed.
Harlan Wolf is left-handed. You can ask him. He'll tell you.
I know that. And so are you. Anybody who lights a cigarette lighter with your left hand is left-handed, which makes you a good candidate.
That doesn't prove anything.
No? No, I guess it doesn't. But this chair I'm sitting in does.
What do you mean?
Last night you told me Wolf was sitting in it when your husband came home. And that statement makes you a liar. Look, I'm trained down to the point where my belt is ready to sue my hips for non-support. And I can just get into this thing. And Wolf's picture shows that he's got a beam like the Queen Mary. He wasn't in this chair, which makes me think he wasn't even in this room when your husband was killed.
All right. So I'm a liar. That doesn't mean I'm a killer.
Marcia, investigators can make a lot of mistakes, but a murderer can only make one. And you've made a big one.
I tell you, I'm no murderer. You've got to believe me, Johnny. I'll tell you everything. You're right. Harlan Wolf wasn't here.
That's enough, Marcia. Shut up.
Eric, what are we going to do? He knows.
You keep quiet.
Well, Barker, for a defense attorney, you're acting mighty offensive.
We'll have to get rid of him, Eric.
Just as soon as we get rid of something else. Dollar, you've only got one thing on me. Ben Arnold's wallet. And I want that. Now.
You're welcome to it, Barker. But it might interest you to know that I've had its picture taken this morning. Your phony policeman's wallet and everything in it. And copies are in the mail right now. The insurance company won't have any trouble connecting you with the comedy cops who beat me up last night.
You're bluffing.
There's something else I've got on you, Barker. This morning, when I was lying in bed, counting the bumps on my head, it suddenly occurred to me that you were the only one who knew where I was going last night. So you must have been the one who had me roughed up. It also does my heart good to see you standing there with that gun in your left hand, which makes you a candidate, too.
Shoot him. Shoot him, Eric.
You're a lawyer, Barker. What's your legal opinion? Are you just an accessory after the fact or before the fact? Or are you the murderer?
What are you waiting for? Shoot him. Kill him, I tell you.
Shut up, Marcia. Dollar, stand still.
If you won't, I will. Give me that gun.
Marcia, look out.
When Marcia made a rush to grab the gun from Barker, she got between me and the gun, and I dove in behind her, arms straight out, picked her up, and heaved. Marcia went smashing into Barker, and I went in a frantic treasure hunt through that flailing mass of snorting, angry bodies to find the head that held the gun. Believe me, it was no place for a lady, but Marcia was no lady. I grabbed deep in between them and pushed Barker's gun hand up under the go-round, and just to make sure the rest was strictly a fist fight, jammed my trigger finger in over his and pumped till all the shots went into the ceiling. The way the plaster was falling, it was like another fight in the snow. But this time, Johnny Dollar came up heads instead of tails.
Eric!
Come on, Barker. Up you come. And down you go.
Oh, Eric.
All right, Marcia. All right. When I first met you last night, I asked you please to save a yes for later. I'm going to ask you a few little questions. If I'm right, let's hear it. 1. Did you kill your husband? Okay, 2. Did Eric Barker shoot your husband? Did you kill Harlan Wolf, tell him you did it, and talk him into taking this rap for you?
It was all Eric's idea. He said we'd get rid of my husband and Wolf
And collect their insurance. Well, Marcia, there's just one more question. Are you or aren't you going to call the district attorney and invite him over here?
Yes.
Expense account item 11. $12.40. That was lunch for the district attorney, who also turned out to be left-handed. And a very nice guy to boot. We had a lot in common. It was the first case either one of us had ever worked on where the defense had been working harder than the state to bring in a conviction. Also, that it was the first case where everybody on both sides turned out to be guilty. Defense attorney Eric Barker of murder, his girlfriend Marcia Parakoff of being an accessory before and after the fact, and Harlan Wolf of conspiracy to defraud. No wonder the nation's jails are getting overcrowded. Expense account item 12, $700. Side trip to Miami, Florida. Purpose, to recover from catching 40 winks and a miserable cold in Benton, Ohio snowbank.
Hey, Johnny, come on in. The water's fine.
Expense account total, $1,230.20. Signed, yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now a word about a special CBS broadcast this Sunday. You'll find it a story that grips you for a full 60 minutes on the air. A startling drama of a young reporter who finds that his assignment comes too close to home. A revelation of disturbing facts about our mental hospitals based on actual documented reports and 6 months of intensive study and preparation. With Eddie Albert starring as the young reporter, this tale of a mind in the shadow comes to you by popular demand in a repeat performance next Sunday over most of these same CBS stations. Be sure to hear Mind in the Shadow next Sunday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Listen in again next week when CBS brings you Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, with Charles Russell as Johnny. Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar is written by Paul Dudley and Gil Dowd, with music by Mark Warno, and is produced and directed by Richard Sanville for CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.